Guys and girls, and welcome back to Shadow Gaming. And today we're gonna start up a new City Skylines, just for a little bit of fun. Haven't done anything in a while, so thought why not? Sandy Beach. Let's go for that one. I don't think I've ever done this one, so we'll give it a go. Oh, yeah. Sorry, there's not been any videos for a while. This is more just a. I'm probably not going to be talking much in this series. It's just going to be sort of building stuff. Thought I'd give it a little go. Yeah. See how it goes. Right. Oh, that is loud. Turn that down a little. Right, so, for anyone who's not played City Skylines before, it is just a game where you build your own city, pretty much. That's the full gist of it, really. There's not much else to it. Right, I have got a few mods on. These mods, however, don't do a lot. It's so I can toggle traffic lights, sorry. It's so I can reduce the amount of rubbish that's produced by the city. And there's a few extra roads that I've put in as well, which I thought would be a cool addition to the world. Right, so as always, start off with the wind turbines. Oh, I didn't think about this. We need to get sewage, but we also need our water as well. Hopefully that is enough distance to stop our sewage from going into our clean water. Just for the sake of now, we'll build a small little industrial area over here. That'll do us. There we are. Right, let's speed it up. Oh, that's interesting. They're complaining about no power, but I have a mod on where they should have power. Right, hang on a second. Shadow World. Just quickly go back and see if I can make this mod work. Got it. Options. Yes. No, it's not that, is it? Oh yeah, it's down. Oh, they're not even enabled. So we want auto bulldoze, less garbage, remove need for power lines, traffic toggle, and that's it. That's all I want. for that one. This is only going to be a short little thing. It's not going to be too long. I mean, half an hour at most. There we are. That's better. So they've now got power. I just hate seeing the power lines around everywhere. I think they look awful. Array pumping station, green energy, local power plant. All a load of rubbish, really. Right, so if we now speed that up, we should start to get a few more resident shops and even a little bit of industrial come in now. So what we can do... we can't access our loans or taxes yet. What we're going to do, which is what I always do, so I always crank the budget all the way up for power, water, garbage, and I think that's normally it, really. So that way there's no chance of us, well, we can get away with using less turbines, fuel, water pumps and sewage plants. Sorry about that, guys. Right, so we need to try and get our city to grow a little bit. We are currently losing a bit of money each week, but that should, as the population is going up fairly quick, that should go down fairly quick as well, which it is by the looks of it. Oh, guys, I was also thinking about doing a Call of Duty zombie video soon. Just wanted to know your guys' thoughts on it. Maybe some custom zombie maps again or something. So, if that's a yes, comment. No, also comment. Just say yes or no. Oh, there we are. So, we've got our medical centre and our landfill site. We will put our landfill site over here. Medical centre. I can go there. Road names. Yeah, I'm not really too bothered about road names. A historical building can still level up, but its visual appearance will be preserved. Didn't know you could do that. I don't know if that's new or what, to be perfectly honest. Right. So our city has now started. We do a line of shops across there. Because there's quite a demand for shops for some reason. We also do this. We can put in some more residential, like so. Nice and simple. Keep it simple to start with, guys. Trouble is, you spend too much on roads, then you end up losing too much money and you just can't keep afloat. If I join that road and that road, hopefully that will keep the traffic down a little. If people need to get to and from work, they should cross over that bit. Yeah, which they are. No traffic lights, which is good. Don't want any traffic lights yet. They're for later on. Right, yes. Right, we're out of power again. But we ain't got enough money for a turbine. But our money is going up fairly quick, so hopefully we should be able to just wait and we'll... Oh, there we are. Got our second loans. Policies, districts. Hopefully that means we can also set our taxes to what I always have them at, which is 11%. There we are, that solved our little issue. It's given them some power. Right, so let's hook them up with police station. Oh no, sorry, a fire station, and then we'll do a police station in a second. But to be fair, the crime rate is only at 2% at the minute, so we're not in dire need of that yet. If we have a look at our satisfaction levels, residential, they're not too happy. Commercial and industrial a lot happier, but we can make residential more happy. When we can, what we'll hook them up with is an elementary school. Oh, there's a library now. That's new. It's not been in here long. Right, so if we hook them up with a school, just an elementary school, that should give us a few more slightly educated people, but not very many because it's only an elementary school. Power usage, energy conservation is important. The best way to do it is by installing energy meters into buildings. 5 cents per building. Smoke detectors. Significantly reduce fire risk. Not too worried about fire risk at the minute because we have got auto bulldoze on. So it automatically demolishes any buildings that are abandoned or disused. Sorry, or burnt down, I meant. Right, apparently we're after some more commercial. So if we extend that out again, that way they can have another bit of commercial. We're out of power again. Well, we got a good few windmills going now. So reducing 35 megawatts, and we need 25. Has it just turned night? Yes. Because day and night cycles, they have different amounts of energy needed. So if I adjust the budget, water and energy usage at night, that should save us a little bit of money without actually making us go. I can reduce that even more. Let's put that at 100%. Same with water, because we shouldn't need any more. Producing 28 using 27. And once it turns to day, that should bump up again. Water and sewage we're doing perfectly fine with. No need for any more on either of those yet. We are starting to get some crime, it would seem. So, if I quickly hook these guys up with water, we can then hook the town up with a police station. We'll put that there for the time being. This isn't going to be our final city. Obviously, we're going to extend and get a bigger city. I want to possibly buy this area here, and when possible that area. So we can come off of the road there and we can have sort of high-end residential going along the seafront sort of thing. We could buy that now. Yeah, why not? There's no harm in owning too much area, because then you've got the space to work with. But what I would suggest is when you first start, keep your city nice and compact, because you can always change it at a later date. It doesn't always need to be at the size. What we're going to do for now is we're going to put down a coal power plant, which means we can actually get rid of these, because I'm not a fan of using them. I am more of a fan of, say, the solar arrays, but you need 18,000 population for them, the hydro plant and the advanced wind turbine. I'm not a fan of using coal or oil at all, really. I try and steer away from them. There is also a nuclear power plant, but that's at 38,000 population. We may be able to afford that at a later date, but with our population at the minute, that we're nowhere near. Right, so they're screaming out for more residential now. That is good news. Right, so let's hook them up with water and sewage. And then we can do what we've been doing again, like so. Now, what are you complaining about? Wow, my dogs are a bit loud today. Not enough workers. Okay. Well, we're working on getting more residential, so commercial for now. This small area is fine. We're doing quite well on population growth and money growth at the minute. I don't want to do a pet ban, because all it does is slightly reduce your garbage, not by a lot either. Recycling is something that I would like to put in at some point, but as I say, that's for a later date, really. We got garbage build up. We go back into our budget, we can ramp up our garbage budget. That should hopefully help them out. People are quite happy, they're upgrading their houses, as you can see over here. Oh, fire. Put out straight away. 2 fire engines there. Immediately put it out. That is good. We could put a library. Got quite a few uneducated workers at the minute. So if we give our people a library, we sort of put it up here. So it's sort of out of the way, but still covers as much as we possibly can. There we are, we've got our advanced turbine. This is another bit of road that I installed, is the one-way and two-way toll booths. They're quite useful just for getting a little bit more money if you want to do some toll roads or anything. The one-way obviously is one-directional. You got the cemetery. That's also quite useful. If we hook them up with a secondary school as well, we'll put that right next to the library for now. That should help with our education. We are a bit low on elementary schools. So if now we save up 12 grand for one of them, we'll speed up time Come on, we need power. We're getting power blips. It's not good. Don't want power blips. People are going to be unhappy. Come on, money. Hurry up. There we are. That should just tip us over, which it has done, by a fair few megawatts now. Wow, these people use a lot of electricity. But as you can see, it's already started with our traffic issue. They're struggling to get in and, well, out of the industrial area. But as the city's still fairly small, it's not too bad. So what we're going to do now is we're going to purchase this bit of land, and when we've got enough money, we are going to put in probably a freeway intersection, maybe even a cloverleaf intersection, just into here. Like so. Somewhere along here. So then we can get some nice housing going on, some coastline housing, which I think would be quite nice. And then because we've got it coming off 2 different points of the motorway, we can hook all these lot up with maybe a bus service or tram service or something. But obviously for metro and train you need a fair few thousand population, which we just haven't got yet. But as you can see, our demand is growing quite high. Got a fair few children, a lot more adults, teens. As you can see, we got quite evenly distributed zone buildings. Apparently we've only had 3 tourists in a week. Average land value 18 cents per metre squared. I assume that's cents. I'm not actually sure what the currency on this game is, to be perfectly honest. I know there is a mod where you can change it, but I don't believe I have that installed. Recreational use. Allowing recreational use of controlled substances attracts more tourists, but also requires more police presence in the area. Slightly increased tax income, moderately increased tourism, slightly reduced crime rate, increased police budget by 15%. That may be worth doing at some point just to get the tourist side of it. As you can see, all these are happy, they're all upgrading their housing, they're fairly happy. What we will give them is a cemetery, as they do quite like a cemetery. We need to hit 7,000 to get a incineration plant, which is a must, really. Where is our pollution one? Right, yeah, good. So the pollution is going down here. Hopefully it doesn't stick to the shoreline, but by the looks of it, it may do. Where's the water one? Yeah, it looks like it may stick to the shoreline, so really we want to try and unlock the water treatment plant as quickly as possible as well. If we do this, come off at 90 degrees and join that there, that might quite possibly significantly reduce the amount of traffic we have up at this junction. Education, let's have a little look, shall we? So elementary, we're doing okay. We got some educated students, or citizens, sorry. We've got 33% educated, we've got 8% well educated. Would be nice to get some highly educated ones, as they do make the biggest impact. Haven't got very many public library users, but again, that all helps to educate our citizens. There we are, that's even just putting this little road in has freed up that junction drastically. God, I can't speak today. So if we pull that down, maybe not. So we put that in. Now we can put in some more residential. But we do have people screaming out for industrial. So give the people what they want. Build them a little more industrial over here. Not much more, 2 more squares should be plenty. Just for now. I do fear we may be getting a bit close on our power limit. So put a second one of those advanced turbines in. Once we can go green, we'll get rid of that power plant. But for now, it's just having the money to. So, and now screaming out for some commercial. So we'll give them that as well. So we've got some quite happy citizens now. Let's have a little look. There we are. Happiness has shot right up for industrial, commercial and residential. We're all at 75% or over, which is fantastic. Pollution as well. Hardly any pollution. No water pollution. There's a little bit of ground pollution, obviously, where you got the industrial side of things and the sewage. But again, not bad at all. Not bad one little bit. Healthcare. We're doing okay on healthcare. Average health 75%, which is good. That's fairly high. Death care as well. We've got 0 deceased, which is incredible considering we now have 4,000 population. Education as well, 16% well educated, 28% educated, only 56% is uneducated. Water and sewage, we're doing okay, we're still in the green. We are going to have to soon think about increasing it a little. Power consumption as well, we are going to smack down another one of these bad boys, just there. Traffic, we are getting a little bit of traffic build up here, but that's not too bad, we can sort that fairly easily. And in fact we will partially address that now by giving them a slightly bigger road, which should also improve the efficiency of the city because they can travel faster on these roads. Tell you what I might do actually, I might get rid of that and see how that affects them. If I turn off the traffic lights on them too, it may actually be negatively affecting the traffic having it set out like that. So if we now have a look at traffic again, we've got a little bit build up here. The way I have done this, it isn't a very efficient way of doing it, I will admit that. It is fairly inefficient, but for the sake of how cheap it is to start with, it does well. Turn off that. Just make that a bigger road. Again, no traffic lights. That has eased up the traffic a bit. We've got a little bit of traffic up here, but again, by proportion, 94% traffic flow again is really good. Audible pollution, again, not much. Got a little bit from the commercial areas in the residential, and obviously the cars and that going around. Got the motorway, and industrial is obviously quite noisy, but again, not bad at all. Criminals, we've got enough capacity. Got a fair few detained criminals, 20 of which. Oh, that's why I can't click anything, is because I still have that open. 10 police cars in use, criminals in holding cell is 20, so we are actually out of holding cells, but I believe if you increase the budget on your police department, you do actually get a few more holding cells. Oh no, you get more squad cars, that's it. So, 4,800 for the police headquarters. I think we'll wait for the population to grow to 4,800, as we are not far off, and we are still getting some more houses being built. What else have we not looked at? Outside connections, ore products, forestry products. We don't really export anything apart from goods, which for the majority of this is used up by our city anyway. Ores, we got quite a bit of ore in our industrial area. We may set up some sort of exchange of ores. Actually, we may as well do a little bit now. What I'm going to do is we're going to come off of here, run down like so, and run that way like so. Now the way you do ore areas is you click on here, you've got this ore industry here, but first you've got to designate your area. So if we actually take up, say, half of the industrial area, we can set that to ores, which does mean all of our industrial here will be sold off and changed, but for the greater good of what's going to be here, and it should actually make us a little bit more money because we'll be exporting more goods. Ore City. We'll call that. Oh. Call that Ore City for now. Right, so what we can do now is if we extend up there with our water and sewage, we can put a little bit of industrial up here. That should hopefully be enough just to get a few more ores. And as you can see, our money is shooting up right now. We're getting almost 6,000 a week, which is still going up. We're now getting 6,000 a week, which is excellent. There we are, 420 units of ore a week. I'm not sure how much you get for ore products, if you get any, if I'm honest, or if it just reduces the amount of import you have to have. But as you can see, we do have a few buildings using, or producing ores, sorry, which is being exported to our businesses and all as such. Tourism, again, not much to attract tourists at the minute. You got the occasional shop that they may visit, drugstore, general store. By the looks of it, it's mostly drugs. Traffic routes, again, we got none of those yet. Population, here we go. We've got 2,800 jobs available, 2,500 people employed. Unemployment rate's only 22%, which, to be honest, isn't bad. We've got 13 births per week, we've got 0 deaths per week, which, again, really impressive. Land value. Oh, there we are. Now we can get our bigger police station. And what else did that get us? So taxes we're going to keep as they are now, as we are taking in 13,000 in taxes alone, and we are only, our expenses are only 7,000, which is really good. I'm pleased with how well this has started. Even just for a little city like this. And traffic's not bad, we've not got anywhere really with terrible traffic. Got a little bit of congestion there, but that's it. Nothing else really, so I'm happy. 93% flow rate. Again, nothing's really piling up with rubbish at the minute. We are running out of landfill space quite quickly. So we are going to pop down another one of those. But we are going to want to get an incineration plant as quickly as we can, as obviously that just gets rid of all the rubbish instead of. And what we're going to do for now is turn on recycling. Again, that reduces our tax income a bit, but it does reduce the garbage accumulation as well. No heavy transport vehicles allowed, do not affect highways. Ban heavy traffic on an area, make sure there are optional routes available because businesses in the city need to send and receive deliveries. Right, so I think 40 minutes for this episode. What we've achieved in 40 minutes, to be honest, is pretty good, I think. I think we've done pretty well. What I'm going to do quickly before we go is actually upgrade these roads again to even better roads. There we are, so they can now travel down that at 60 instead of the 50 that they were doing before, and 40 they were doing before that. So 40 to 60, it's only a 20-mile-an-hour difference, but when you think of it in a percentage view, it's about a third. Right, so they've not got enough workers, which means we can actually put some more residential, but that will be for the next episode. So anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button also, and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with any new videos that I make. Thanks very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.